Hi everybody, looking at English phrases, opinions and ideas and also using pictures. This is Jane working with you today. Let's go. So to begin with, you might have a picture and might be asked, how is he? You might be asked, how are you, if you're actually working on a higher level of English and you are interpreting the picture according to what you would say if you were asked. How are you? How is she? We're also going to be looking at key vocabulary, and these are feeling words: happy, sad, sick, poorly, unwell. And if you're asked, how are you? You'll need to say, I feel. I feel sick, I feel poorly, I feel unwell. And if I'm looking at that picture, they're the three words I would choose. If you're asked, how is she? She is. She is sick, she is poorly, she is unwell. How is he? He is sick, he is poorly, he is unwell. So you might also choose from that the word sad, but then you would have to explain your interpretation. So if you're looking at just interpreting the picture, they're the keywords that you would use. And we are going to be thinking about how we actually choose correct words. So if you're new to English or Entry 1, you're really just thinking about the phrases she is, he is. If you're working on a higher level, then you're thinking about interpretation. And this information is particularly useful for the City and Guilds Functional Skills exam at entry level, but you can look at it if you're doing a different exam, because our criteria for entry level 1 functional skills is make clear statements, communicate feelings and opinions on straightforward topics, and that's something you're also going to need at ESOL level. So looking at the picture, if we wanted to answer the question, how is he, we would say he is excited or he is happy, because if you use the word sad and angry, that wouldn't actually interpret the picture that you're looking at. If asked, how are you, and you're looking like this, you would say I am or I am feeling. So I am feeling is a really good phrase to use to develop the English when you're talking about feeling words. How are you? If you look like this picture, I am is the beginning of your answer, and you might say sick, tired, or happy. But your answer has to interpret the picture, has to show that you understand how this person might feel or how you feel. So your answer would either be I'm tired, I'm sick, when faced with these English words. What about how is she? Now remember that in English, it's not just using the correct words, it's interpreting body language. So to answer this question, we need to think about how this lady has curled her hands up so that her fingers look like claws, where her eyes are directing, and how she's put her mouth together in what we call pursed her mouth together, placed the lips so that they're almost in a straight movement with the top lip actually joined with the bottom lip. So how is she? Without any words, what would you say? Well, she is. Is she sick? She doesn't look sick to me. What do you think? Is she happy? She definitely doesn't look happy to me. I would interpret that she was angry looking at that body language. She's angry because I'm looking at the way her lips are formed and her eyes. I might also look at her hands there. Did you get that right? You might use another word that means the same as angry. How is he when you're looking at the picture? Is he sick? Is he angry? Is he hot? Well, remember that in English, when we're looking at the question, we answer by using the words from the question. We don't use the question words, so we're left with is he. So to form the answer, we say, turn that around, and he is. And you can see there that I've covered up one of the words because I don't actually think that word would be useful. So the answer is either he is sick, or he is hot, or something similar to that. And that's the end of our work with phrases. Make sure that you continue your revision with English with Jane. See you again next time. Bye now.